One thing in my life that's missing. It's the time that I spend alone, staring at the cool and bright clear water. Lots of those friendly faces, showing me ways to go. And I never want to lose your inspiration. Time for a cool change. I know that it's time for a cool change. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, brothers and sisters, can you spare change? Not pocket change. Change. Change is such an issue. Wow, I'm running into a technical. Sorry. Does this go up? I'm losing points like crazy right now. So I changed that. My point of this talk is just stumbled into the idea that it was change, because this was my speech a long time ago. Change is easy. Change is hard. It really depends how you play the card. So change is that minute process, really. And it's not really a big, it can be big changes and minuscule changes and everything in between. Change is inevitable. Change is transformational. We have to adapt to change. And so the process of facing change is worthy of your contemplation, effort, ponderance, that process of change. We all get messed up about change. Oh, I got to change my life. I want to change the way you act. And I don't think change isn't always that grandiose. The process of change is a science. And as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, handling changes everything. And in that process of change, learning and embracing the multitude of ways to handle change, it's going to put change in a better perspective on those minute by minute levels, changing lanes, changing your thought. When you ponder, you're arguing with yourself often. So change is something that is almost a trigger word, where when someone says, I want you to change, or I need to change, emotions come up and it's like, it's a big thing. Oh my gosh, I'm going to change. But just eliminate all that extra energy, that's negative energy, and come back down to that point where, how am I going to make this thought into an emotion? Because we do have that space that we can put the brakes on, say, well, she just called me fat. And I know I've lost 60 pounds. Yes, I am still fat. So how do I handle that, right? But all they happen so much. And I'm just trying to express that, honoring, embracing that process of change all the way along. It's going to be it'll come natural. And if there's, like I say, if there's anything inevitable, there will be change. Change has uncertainty. And you know what? If we try to figure out what exactly is going to happen, like you had mentioned, Robert, that you're a perfectionist. In my martial arts school, my sifu said, perfection is the enemy of greatness. Because that pseudo perfection starts getting labels and what's and emotions and things. Learn the process. When we change, and we're going to change, we have to do it so that it becomes a natural process. And the last part about change, there's many parts about change. 5 parts about change. Opportunity. I'm not saying change is a random thing. I'm saying it's a science. Learn to see those things that will make those effective changes, be able to shift gears, set your goals, not in concrete. Because you want to be open to all the other changes I have a goal. I want to be at this number. But If I'm too focused on the goal, I'm going to miss all the changes that are happening that I can grab from and pull into my process. Maybe I'll get there faster. Maybe I'll get somewhere else. But learning to handle those changes is going to be super beneficial. I've heard it said that the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. And people fear change. We all fear change, and that's a challenge. You can't fear change. The opposite of fear is love. And if we can learn to love change, fall in love with change, don't be afraid of it, be amazed by it, be moved by it. Change, it's not to be feared, it's to be loved. And the trick is that process, the framing, as the ongoing process. Fall in love with that.